Greetings everyone, I have a special bonus video for you all today. Recently, I was contacted by studio COOG Games to try out their online MMORPG Elsword, specifically Elsword Season 2, and after giving it a whirl, I figured I would share my thoughts and experiences with all of you. Now this video is sponsored by COOG Games, but my opinions are completely my own, and if you are interested, you can follow the link in the description to try it out for yourself. So what exactly is Elsword? Well, putting it simply, it's a 2.5D action MMORPG. Man, what a mouthful. This is a free-to-play game featuring both player versus environment and player versus player real-time action, having a style of gameplay that is similar to a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up combined with more traditional MMO elements. The objective of the game is to complete quests by travelling through dungeons, defeating enemies and collecting treasure, all of which can be tackled alone or with a party of other players, with every subsequent quest getting more complex and dangerous. You can even battle other players in one-on-one arena fights. From the start, you have up to 12 playable characters to choose from, and each of them are unique in design, personality and fighting style, all of which can advance into at least 9 different job classes that offer new outfits and abilities for all combatants, totaling in more than 100 different jobs in total. And from my experience, it's really fun to experiment with and try them all out, especially since you're not locked into using a single character for the entire game. Plus, even though the overarching story is the same, everyone has their own individual scenarios and dialogue sequences to make things feel fresh and different. A very nice attention to detail that helps to make subsequent playthroughs feel less repetitive. That's the overall gist of Elsword, and personally, I actually really enjoyed myself. I'm not a huge fan of MMOs, but Elsword really stuck with me due to how streamlined and easy it was to access, primarily thanks to the gameplay, which was very simple to understand and rather fun to hack away at enemies, but learning about the special abilities, boss attack patterns and character specific skills was the key to getting the best ranks and rewards, making this an easy to learn but hard to master game that's more about skill rather than relying on RNG. Now funny enough, Elsword has been around for quite some time, but this current version has made a lot of improvements to the foundations, most notably the ability to grant players a third job role. Think of these as the ultimate forms of each class, as these new occupations not only affect gameplay by allowing players access to some of the most powerful and downright ridiculous skills in the game, but the characters themselves become much darker in regards to their story arcs and appearance, and this update features the return of the Master of Darkness storyline. I'm sure this all sounds extremely edgy, and trust me, it is. But I've got to say, I really like these new classes, especially their designs. In my eyes, Elsword has a really nice art style that gradually changes as the characters evolve, starting out cutesy, but then becoming the very definition of tryhards. Additionally, every character looks really unique, and I love all the variations they were given for each pathway to distinguish them as different people instead of just having certain stats and skills. It also helps that the in-game graphics hold up rather well in my opinion. The environments are very luscious and colourful, and despite the models being simple, they've got a lot of charm to them and make it so that playing this game won't destroy your graphics card when trying to render everything. On top of that, there is so much character customization that allows you to make each one fit your personal preference, along with a lovely soundtrack and being fully voice acted too, which is nice. Speaking of running smoothly, the new skill system they've implemented is much better, as beforehand you had to accumulate skill points in order to obtain skills. Now they are unlocked as soon as you reach the corresponding level, and all of them are assigned to the hotkeys instead of having to select only a small number of them. Following on from that, this recent update also includes brand new character artwork, some of which is downright incredible. I mean, look at this. This is some grade A material in my book. Each character now gets their own icon, primary skill and intro to help give them a greater sense of identity. The game has implemented new balance changes, and probably the most important change of all is that Elsword has transitioned from a pay-to-win model into a play-to-win model. So now you can play the game for free and get the core experience instead of having to shell out money for it. Keep in mind, a good chunk of bonus items are something you have to pay for, but there is more than enough baseline content that I'm sure any free-to-play user can appreciate. Adding to that, the game often hosts events where players can earn some very nice rewards. Currently, Elsword is giving players the chance to obtain first and second class advanced tickets as well as free Philosopher Scrolls that bump players up a hefty amount of levels and allow easy class promotion. So even the newbies can access much more of the game with less downtime, and there are even more events on top of that where you can get your hands on all sorts of prizes. Outside of the main game, Elsword also has its very own anime with 12 episodes currently airing that explore more of the world and characters for those who are interested. So that was Elsword, and I must say I really enjoyed myself. As someone who's not big on MMO games, I found this to be a very fun and engaging experience that was easy to get into, but had more than enough depth to keep me coming back for more. Granted, the game isn't perfect as I encountered a few instances where it wouldn't register the items I collected. How much longer do I have to stand here? But it wasn't often, and all things considered, I was pleasantly surprised. Once again, I want to thank CoOG Games for bringing Elsword to my attention. I had a lot of fun playing your game and everyone involved should be proud of what you've created. And if any of you watching are interested, you can follow the link in the description to try it out for yourself. Also, big thank you to all my patrons that help support this channel and make these videos possible. And shoutouts go to Chaos Saberlai, Justin Konovich, Samuel Line, Nate Perkins, Midnight Castle, Patanko Fan 32, Travis James Lizzle 4, Almond, Vinton Clark, Jeremy Redinger, The Main Idea, Perfect Oblivion, Maggie Fall, Farrellin Ape 392, and Michael Rash. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you all next time.